So I forgot to click on the recording. So what we can do, same videos you will have on the previous recordings also, so you can get it. Okay, so coming back to the branching and merging strategy. So conceptually there's so many strategies are there for the branching and merging. Okay, for the sake of recordings, let me recap the stuff and probably it will be easy for all of you. Okay, so what we did, we wanted to work with remote repo. So because we want to share the code with everyone. So we discuss about that, how can we, you know, uh, each repo in GitHub allowed to push and pull against any repos using the protocol which is called SSH and HTTPS. But it was very challenging. So we decided to have a master repo, central repo, against which we can push and pull. But that also has a challenges, like basically we were using for many features such as wiki, shows, UIX, role-based access control, and many other features which was lacking in the central repo. That is where the GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, Gerrit, and these vendors came, and they started developing a software which will provide a things. So what to do? First you register at GitHub, then create one repo at GitHub, generate your PAT or SSH keys, and for authentication, and then you can push your code to GitHub. This you have to do as a first developer, and then second developers, again he will also register at the GitHub, generate a path, clone the repo, and add and commit your changes and push the code. So these are the code which I have for cloning and pushing. Again, first developers, you will add the remote repo, the one which I showed you, and then pull that. So same thing which I have shown you so far. And now I'm going to talk about branching and merging strategy. Are you okay? All of you, any questions so far?
Pet activities one time or multiple times?
As long as you want to share the code, push and pull is depends on you, right? You want to
Oh,
send your code to someone else, push it. You want to receive code from someone else, pull it. So that is
okay.
depends, depends on your requirement right now. Okay, so now let's talk about the branching and merging strategy. So how do we create a branch? Let me show you here. Git branch. So right now I have only one branch which is called master. That means theoretically, you know what, Git in Git or any other tools also, any other versioning tool, every commit is happening into the one main branch actually. So in Git we call it a master. So here these are the commits we did. And finally, these are the evolution of code, and then we finally decide in the market. Okay, this is a release. Okay, this way do the release. But what happens, because you did the release and continue work on it? Okay, here you got some bugs in the release which you made it earlier. So what typically we do, we create one bug branch. Okay, and this branch we modify the code. Okay, and then we again do the patch release. So this is the major release, this is the minor release. We again did the release. Now later on you realize that some of this code which you fixed it, probably it's useful for the main branch also. So you have to merge it, and that is where the branch merging is concept is coming between the two branches. So you can create a branches for many regions. You can create a branches for bug fixing, you can create a branches for feature development, you can create a branches for the anything as such whichever you wanted, and it's free. Okay, but you have to merge between the two branches, and that is where these many strategies are there which I was showing you. Okay, so out of which one of the strategy which I'm going to talk about, fast forward. Okay, that is the most popular. 70 to 80% of the time you'll use the fast forward also. So what is this fast forward branching strategy? Very simple. This is the main branch, and then you have a commit, few commits. Then from here you created one branch called feature one branch. You have few more commits in that branch, and here you do not have main branch, you did not allow to commit. Okay, so here only you have allowed to commit all the branches, all the commits. So what will happen, When you have a, see, the parent of this branch is this. So when you have a parent branch with zero commits and the next branch which is a multiple commit, so when you merge these two branches, this is called fast forward approach. So here you have no problem. All this commit ID will come here and sit here. So this is one of the easiest merging strategy, very popular one, and most of the time we use it. Okay, so this is called fast forward. But there's one more branch strategy which is this one is been used. Apart from the other branches is a rare case. Okay, so three-way merge. What is the three-way merge? So three-way merge, what happens? You have a branch created here, and someone is modifying, someone is committing this branch also, and someone is committing this branch also. In this situation, that when you merge this branch and this branch, this situation will be created for the three-way merge. Sometimes also call it recursive merge. Okay, so in the recursive merge, the git will take a best decisions out of it and they'll try to merge it. Okay, so let me try the fast forward merge. So here what we have, this is my repo, and right now I want to create a branches. So how do we create a branches? Very simple command, git branch t1. So that means from the master branch, see this asterisk sign means I'm in that branch. Okay, so from the master branch I'm creating one new branch. Spelling mistake, enter, and here you see I created two branch, but still I'm not into the v1 branch here. See, workspace will be same, this branch will be switching the context. Okay, so here I'm in the master branch. How can we switch the branch? So check out v1 branch. So here right now asterisk sign belong to v1. That means I'm in a v1 branch. So now you have a v1 branch. In the v1 branch I'm committing the code. So touch v1.txt get add all get commit adding in v1 commit 1 commit 2 also I'll make it and done. So now guys, if you see that get log here, till here the changes were common to uh, master branch, but these two additional commits which is a part of the v1 branch, mind it, I'm in the v1 branch. That means there is a two file which is not there in the master branch, which is called this one. So can I go here, git checkout master branch? Now I'm checking out master branch. So see here, v1 and v2 is not there. So what we do, merge between the two branches. So here git merge v1 branch, enter. See, the concept which got applied is fast forward, because master branch we had a zero commit after that creation of the v1 branch, and v1 branch we had a two commits. So when you merge this way, you have a fast forward merge. So the question was, how do we, what is branch, why do we create it, how to create it, and how to work with the branches, and how to merge between the two branches. Did you get an answer for it, all of you? All of you? Hello?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. Next question is undoing the
Okay, so
thing.
one
Someone
one
has a,
question before that, Rajesh, if there's a question like, what are the different branching strategies? How can you answer?
yeah, so different branching strategy, these are the one. Out of which 90% you will use fast forward, the one which I showed you.
These are
Sometime you'll
merged,
use,
right? This merge, right?
oh,
Uh,
branching strategy.
yeah.
So branching strategy is like simple. Branching strategy will create a branch for feature. You will create branch for merge. Sorry, bug. You will create a branch for different teams. You will create a branch for different costs. So these are the strategies for creating a branch. Merging strategy, you should focus on it, because creating a branch is not a big deal. But how do we merge, the strategy which is important one. So here these are the strategy for merging. Okay,
Oh,
out of which one is this one is very popular, and remaining this one special case scenario. These are the also is being used. Okay, so now that is there, guys. I want to discuss one thing here, and that is very important. So every time what we were doing, if you remember, let me show you that image. Huh. So let me take a snippet of it. Every time what we were doing, we were creating a files here, adding it, committing it, creating a file, modifying a file, deleting a file, anything, adding it, committing it, adding it, committing it. So this was the flow which we were doing. But what about if we want to undo the stuff? Undo means I got certain files here, I want to get rid of it. Undo. I got some files here, I want to take back to the work directory. Okay, so this is called undo. And here you though you can do undo here also, but I will not recommend because that's a dangerous command. But what about this is the bad commit? Sorry, this is the bad commit, and this was a good commit. Bad commit means bad commit has been done by developers. Until we fix it, I want this good commit to take over it so build can be solved. So this process we call it revert, not undo, revert. So how can we do that? So these are the some of the things which I'm going to talk about right now. So let me show you here. So here I have a files. Let me go to the status command. I have nothing to commit basically. So I'll introduce one file, new file, touch, okay, touch clean .txt. So this file, if you see in working directory. Now, how do we undo the things? Don't want that file to be there. How do we undo the things? So git clean command -f -d. So I cleaned it, and you see that file is gone. Now there's one file which I am having. So git touch. I have one file which is called reset command reset .txt. Now this file, if you see, is in working directory. I'll move this file to staging using add commands. So now this file in staging. How can we move from staging to working directory? So the command is git reset and the file name reset, and you see here it was in working staging, now it's in working directory. And then again if you clean it, it will go permanently from here also. Okay. So this is a one thing. Now how do we revert, which is here good commit and bad commit? So let me create a good commit and bad commit. So touch here good.txt git hyphen add git add hyphen all git commit and adding good commits. Okay, so this was a good commits, and here I'm making a one bad commits. This is a bad.txt bad commits. Done. Now if you see that here in the history commit, this is the good commits, this is the bad commits. So how do we bring this good commits on top of bad commits so my build will not fail, escalations can be avoided? So that is where you can do the revert process. Git revert, and you have to specify which commit id you want to revert and put it here, enter it. Here they will ask you, hey, why you are reverting, give me the reason for it. Done. And you see here, now this is a good commit, this is a bad commit, and this should be good commits. But how do we see that? So let me compare that. So git log, just a second, hold on. Git log hyphen hyphen one line. So now this is a bad commit, this is a good commit, this should be good commit. So let me compare good commit versus good commit. So git difference between the two commits, and here paste it, this one, paste it, enter. See, no difference. That means the same. But if I compare between the good commits versus one bad commits, here, enter. See, difference is bad.txt. So this is a way you can undo the things or revert the things. So someone has asked this question. Did you get an answer now? Hello?
Yes, Rajesh. See, one more question I have actually. If there
Mhm.
is any further commits after the bad commits, how we can do that? Like, just you have to merge or something like that. You have to do, or is there any other way?
See, merge, understand that merge you do when you want to merge two branches. Okay.
Okay.
Further commit you can do in any branches. So you do the work on the branches only. Either it is a master branch or some other branch. So it depends on the branch cause. It can be feature or bug development.
Okay. No, no. I'm asking if there is a bad commit, and after that there are a couple of other commits. How can we revert to that?
So that also you can do that. So I'll put it in this way. Um, so here git log hyphen hyphen online. So that's a dangerous command actually. I don't want to recommend you, but let's say you want to go back to this one. Okay, so what you do, git reset hard and this one. This is a very dangerous command right now because you're starting this git. I don't want to recommend this one. So you see here, clean everything down, but it's not gone lost, but I did something reset. Very dangerous command actually. So this is something which you should not practice it. But yeah, in a git everything is possible. The only thing is how you should do the stuff. The whatever the flow I taught you, that is the best flow for developers for right now. And not, you do not try something which will allow to spoil the your team's repo. This command will spoil the team's repo.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so now guys, if you go back to the GitHub here, there is one option which is called pull request. What is this pull request? So this is a very important feature and you must understand that. So let me show you through image. So guys, here you have a GitHub. Okay, understand this. And this is your local repo laptop. In the GitHub, you have a one repository here. Okay, and one repository. Let's say, let me push the another also git branch. So if you see v1 branch, so git push, I'm pushing the v1 also. Okay, origin v1 v1 branch I am pushing right now, pushed. Now if you go back to here, uh, I push two branches. Okay, here you see master and v1 both. Now you have it. This is the v master, this is the unintentional v1. Okay, so what is the push concept, pull concept? So here you have a one repository. Okay, understand this. And this has a two branches. This is the master and v1. And this is also have a two branches, master and v1. Agree with me, all of you? Agree with me? Hello? Hello? Mm, are you there, guys?
Yes, yes, Rajesh.
Okay, cool. So here, if you see that this master branch, see, if you want to push to this branch, you know, your company will not allow to this pushing this one. Why? Because if everyone is allowed to push this without review, and the pushing will create a instability in the code base. So what to do? There's option number one, pull this code here, create a branch, modify all this thing in branch, push this branch to this one, and from here you create a pull request. That's option number one. Pull request means, hey, I have committed my code. I'm giving you the code. Please review and merge that to the master branch. Option number one. Now let's say this option number is not allowed. Then there is one option called fork option. Here it is. So fork means what will happen if you don't have access to this repository, no problem. You can fork it out and you'll become owner of it. Yes, you'll become owner of this repo here. So you clone this repo here, you modify the code, whatever it is, push that to the forked one, which is you own. And from this repo to branches to here, you create a pull request. Ultimately, it can be between the two repos branches or same repos between two branches. So now what I did, I pushed it my code to the fee one. So I'm going to create a pull request. Let me show you here how to create a pull request. I'm creating a, though it's notified, actually you have some changes, but manually I want to create it. New pull request. From where? From the fee one to where? To master. And here these are the two changes you can see, and create a pull request. You reviewer, assignee, all this thing you can do that, and request, you write a request letter and then create a pull request. Now it will go to the reviewer here, and let's say I'm a reviewer and there's one request lying for me. I'll check this out, and here I'll see, okay, as part of this request there's a two commits, there is a two file changes has happened. The change is something like which is okay, fine, so I'm okay with it. So here I said okay, submit review and approve. So comment review is done, and after that I'm going to review is completed. After that I'm going to merge between the two branches at GitHub and confirm merge. See, so the pull request is a way to get the changes. Now you see that here in the issue you have a fee1.txt. See here in the master branch, it was earlier in fee1 branch. So this is the way you can work with a pull request as well. Did you understand, all of you? All of you?
Yes.
Okay, so there are a few more features which you have where in the org level at the GitHub. Here you can create a team and invite a team. Let's say, see here so many teams I have created. You can create one more team, name it dev team or something like that, and visibility enabled. So this is the team you created, and this team you can invite a people using email address or either ID. Okay, so here you can invite anyone and he'll be part of this team. Now this team, which you can add access to the repo also. So let me go to this repo, go to the settings, go to the collaborations and teams, and here you can add their access. So here, add it what access, read access to all the member of that particular team, or tries access, write access, and all this thing you can add it and done. So this is the way you can do the efficient role-based access control and so on. So pull request I have explained it to you. Wiki, you know that. Projects I have explained it to you. Security scans, you should do that, but it's not you right now. You have to look at it. Some of the options here you have it. This is the repo setting options, so you can check it out. And these options you need to know. So what is this? So guys, nowadays there is a one concept which is coming, which is called CI. So though in our course we are doing the CI work using Jenkins, I'll teach you Jenkins pipeline. We need to write it code for it, CI code pipeline code. But GitHub also support that options feature. So GitHub features for CI is, we call it GitHub Actions. Okay, so if you see that here, there's so many sample projects, sample coding they have given to you. Okay, so this is just for intro level, you have to understand, because we are focusing on the Jenkins pipeline, not GitHub pipeline. So this is the GitHub action which is called GitHub CI. So you have to do the coding in YAML, and then those codes will be doing the CI operations. For example, there's a one template for Ant. This is for Maven. So let's use it this for Maven. and the code will be, say this is the code, YAML code, and these are the activities, these are the steps. Right now you may not understand all this thing until you get into the CI concept and build configuration concept, but this is a CI, this is the YAML file, and commit. Done. So now what will happen, because of this code which is got committed in the same repo .github workflows, whenever you modify the code, okay, this code you modify, automatically this build will happen in the GitHub server somewhere in the agent, and they'll give you the feedback whether the build was passed, code changes were passed or failed. So that's called build process. So this we will cover in separate topic using different tools like Jenkins, Maven, Gradle, and few more tools we'll have it. Okay, so this is action is basically here is a CI access.
Have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.